Yes, Viti, very good morning. I'm Murthy, your history teacher, going to teach you theme 2. And its title is Kings, Farmers, and Town. And the concept which I'm going to deliver is clear from name that we will read about the kings and the occupation of Indian economy is farming. So we will get knowledge about the life of farmers as well as towns. Means we are going to read about the history of kings, farmers, and towns. And the time period is 600 BCE. BCE means before Common Era up to 600 CE. means 600 BCE से लेकर 600 CE तक कॉमन इरा तक we will read the history of kings, farmers, and towns. Means these are the early states and the economy of India, which we will discuss. Let me explain my topic. Very interesting topic. I hope you will enjoy. Hanji beti. There were several developments. We have seen there were several developments during Harappan civilization. In the theme one we have discussed, they come to know to use copper tools as well as they found about out the iron metal. After discovery of the iron metal, they brought a lot of progress in their life and in different parts of the subcontinent during the long span of 1500 years following the end of the Harappan civilization. I have already described from Harappan civilization up to 1500 years ago, there was a lot of development in the life of human beings due to several discoveries. This was also the period during which the Rig Veda was composed. Rig Veda is an old book that is written on the banks of Indus River by Saga people, by Indian people. Means composed means written. Means Rig Veda is an old book which is written in Indian subcontinent. So, Rigveda was composed by people living along the Indus and its tributaries. Indus River is a big river that was flowing in India till now, and it has various tributaries. Tributaries means small rivers which merge, small streams which merge with the big river. Means all the tributaries of Indus as well as Ravi, Byas, Chenab, Satluj, Jhelum, all these are the rivers which were flowing during Rigvedic Kal, Rigvedic era. Okay, so agricultural settlements emerged in many parts of the subcontinent, including North India. North India means Punjab, Rajasthan, Haryana, Jammu Kashmir. All these areas, UP, all these areas are counted as northern India because they are lying in north hemisphere of India. So I am telling you that agriculture settlements mean those settlements where occupation was agriculture. They emerged, appeared, came in front of us in many parts of the subcontinent, including North India. The Deccan Plateau. Mean in South India, people are doing agriculture, and they were doing agriculture in the past also, and parts of Karnataka. Besides, apart from it, there is evidence of pastoral population in the Deccan and the further south. Now you will ask, what is pastoral? Pastoral means those people who rear animals for their livelihood to obtain meat as well as milk products. That is known as pastoral societies. Means we have agriculture, the population which is was engaged in agriculture, that is lying in North India, South India, Deccan Plateau, and one more community that was known as pastoral community, community population that is found in Deccan and further south. Means these were the occupations which were prescribed by the people of North as well as South India during 600 BC to 600 Common Era. You have got my point? Means we are discussing about their occupation. Main occupation is farming, that was prescribed all over India. Even now we are doing agriculture because our economy depends on agriculture. Apart from it, people do another activity that is known as pastoral or a cattle rearing. Okay, for milk and milk products for livelihood. Okay, so these were the two main activities which were prescribed all over India. New modes of disposal of the dead means from where we come to know about the people who were living in this era, they adopted new ways of disposal of dead, including the making of elaborate stone known as megaliths. Now you will ask what is the meaning of megaliths. Again, this is a term mega. It means big. It means big. Lithos means stone. It means big stones which are used to cover the burial mounds where dead are buried. Means a person is dead and he is buried here, and here a big stone is kept, that is known as megaliths, and it is a new mode of disposal of the dead which was adopted by the people who were living during the era of 600 BC to 600 Common Era. I think this is clear, bete. So, structure known as megaliths emerged in central and south India from the first million BCE. In many cases, what we have seen, in many cases, the dead were buried with a rich range of iron tools and weapons. Means when dead are buried, suppose this is a burial ground of and a dead person is buried here, and with him tools and weapons. What is buried with it? That is tools and weapons which are made of iron, and these tools telling us the story of the past. Whenever we discovered these tools and weapons, and we come to know that because we have seen they are made of iron, and we come to know that they discovered the metal iron. And iron metal we know is a very strong metal, and it is used to make tools and weapons, especially the tools for agriculture purpose. That's why there was prosperity. We came to know through these resources of history, through these remains which we found, and they are telling us the story. So, bete, what we have found? We have found in many cases the dead were buried with a rich range of iron tools and weapons. From common era, means from C means common. From common 6th century BCE. Common to means BCE means before common era. That is backward. Backward means I am teaching you 600 BC. After 600 BC, it will come 599. Then it will come 598, 597. 596. This is known as BCE, means backward counting. On the other hand, CE, common era, that is adopted by us these days, and we are moving forward. One, two, three, four. Means we have last year there was a COVID during 290, and it was going on 220. Even COVID is going on in 221. I hope it will be over in 20 थाउजेंड 22 मीन्स ये 2022 में खत्म हो जाएगा कोविड. इट विल बी ओवर. इसका टाइम आ गया खत्म होने का. So means this is a common area. I want to tell you the difference between BCE and CE. What is the difference between both? So there is evidence what we are getting that from common 6th century BC, there is evidence that there were other trends as well. Which were trends? Perhaps the most visible was the emergence of early states. Means what we have seen in Harappan civilization, we did not have the surety who was responsible for administration purpose or who was the high authority. Means just we have Amazon or we have guesswork regarding the ruling of the Harappan civilization. But in this era, we are confirmed about the higher authorities. They are the states. We have states, then we have emperors, then we have kingdoms. Each and everything is clear. Means who is ruling in which kingdom and how he is ruling, because we have written scripts, we have inscriptions, we have texts, we have books which are telling us the story of this era. So bete, underlying these political processes were other changes evident in the ways in which agriculture production was organized. Simultaneously, means hand in hand, new towns appeared almost throughout the subcontinent. In Harappan civilization, we have seen there were a town planning, there were towns, there was that was urban life. Same is was there. People were living in urban areas. Means here we also again getting appearance of cities. Cities appeared, towns were built, people were living in towns. We have remains, we have sources. Historians attempt to understand these developments by drawing on a range of sources. Which sources we have? Inscriptions. You know what's the meaning of inscription? Inscription means when writing is done on hard surface, that is termed as inscription. Means words are engraved. शब्द उकरे होते हैं. Look at the picture. This is the inscription, figure 2.1. What it is? But it is inscription. Sanchi, that is in Madhya Pradesh. Sanchi Stoop you have seen, 2nd century BC. So this is a hard surface. This is a hard surface, and on it, what we have seen? We have seen words, letters are written, which are telling us the story of the past. They are termed as inscriptions. Inscriptions are written on a hard metal like a copper with dates or without dates, or stones, or walls, cave walls. Means which are forever. They can't be you can say eroded, rubbed. Like हम पेंसिल के साथ लिखा रब कर देते हैं, इसको आप रब नहीं कर सकते, बिकॉज ये बॉल के अंदर या प्लेट के ऊपर, कॉपर प्लेट के ऊपर उकरे हुए बर्ड्स हैं परमानेंटली, दे आर नॉट डिस्ट्रॉयड. हाँ जी, which sources of history we have? Inscriptions, text means written books, written by hand, coins made of gold, made of copper, visual material like buildings, monuments, which can be seen with the eyes. As we will see, this is a complex process. No doubt to study the past is a complex process in itself. You will also notice that these sources don't tell the entire story. Means because they are not written in a sequence. Some are written earlier, some are written later, some are written for appreciation purpose, some are written for favor, some are written with the feeling of realistic. Mean they are not a proper. We can't totally rely on them to know the entire story. They are uh, accurate evidences but not written in a proper sequence. Means we can't totally depend on these resources. Means to know entire stories, we have to work hard. We have to find out other resources also. So let me explain further.